A line of severe storms packing isolated tornadoes and high winds ripped across the deep south overnight, toppling trees and power lines and leaving homes and businesses damaged as the vast weather front raced across several states. At least 2 confirmed tornadoes injured several people Wednesday, damaged homes and businesses and downed power lines in Mississippi and Tennessee after earlier storm damage in Arkansas, Missouri, and Texas. No deaths had been reported from the storms as of early Thursday, authorities said, but widespread damage was reported in the Jackson, Tennessee, area as a tornado warning was in effect. Significant damage occurred to a nursing home near Jackson Madison County General Hospital and the Madison County Sheriff's Office in Jackson, said Madison County Emergency Management Director Jason Moore. In Nashville, Tennessee, paneling fell 5 stories from the side of a downtown hotel Wednesday evening and onto a roof of a building below. The fire department warned the debris could become airborne as high winds continued, and some hotel guests were moved to other parts of the building due to concerns that the roof would become unstable. No injuries were immediately associated with the collapse. Elsewhere, a warehouse roof collapsed as the storms moved through South Haven, Mississippi, near Memphis, police said. The building had been evacuated and no injuries were reported. The Mississippi Senate suspended its work Wednesday as weather sirens blared during a tornado watch in downtown Jackson. Some employees took shelter in the Capitol basement. Brander P. Adams said he and his wife, Janice Dolores Adams, were in their home near downtown Jackson when severe weather blew through during a tornado warning Wednesday afternoon. He said their lights flashed and a large window exploded just feet from his wife as she tried to open their front door. The glass broke just as if someone threw a brick through it, he said. I advised her then, let's go to the back of the house. Adams said the storm toppled trees in a nearby park, and a large tree across the street from their house split in half. We were blessed, he said. Instead of falling toward the house, it fell the other way. Earlier Wednesday, a tornado that struck Springdale, Arkansas, and the adjoining town of Johnson, about 145 miles, 235 kilometers, northwest of Little Rock, about 4 a.m. injured 7 people, 2 critically, said Washington County, Arkansas, Emergency Management Director John Luther. The National Weather Service said that tornado would be rated at least TF2, which would mean wind speeds reached 111 to 135 miles per hour, 178 to 217 kilometers per hour. Search and rescue teams have been deployed, as there are significant damages and injuries, Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson said. In northwest Missouri, an EF1 tornado with wind speeds around 90 miles per hour, 145 kilometers per hour, struck St. Joseph on Tuesday night, according to the Weather Service. That tornado damaged 2 homes, but no injuries were reported there. Another EF1 tornado with wind speeds around 100 miles per hour, 160 kilometers per hour, touched down briefly before dawn Wednesday in a rural subdivision 25 miles, 40 kilometers, east of Dallas, damaging 2 roofs, the Weather Service reported. The storms come a week after a tornado in a New Orleans area neighborhood carved a path of destruction during the overnight hours and killed a man. More than 8,000 power outages were reported in Arkansas, while outages totaled about 44,000 in Mississippi, 26,000 each in Louisiana and Alabama, and 24,000 in Tennessee. Strong winds in Louisiana overturned semi-trailers, peeled the roof from a mobile home, sent a tree crashing into a home and knocked down power lines, according to Weather Service forecasters, who didn't immediately confirm any tornadoes in the state. Ahead of the storms, schools in Memphis and dozens in Mississippi closed early or conducted classes online as a precaution against having children in crowded buildings or on buses. Officials in various Mississippi counties opened safe locations for people worried about staying in their homes during the storm. Firefighters, meanwhile, have been trying to get handle on a wildfire spreading near Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee, amid mandatory evacuations as winds whipped up ahead of the approaching storm front. The fire, which was not contained, had expanded to about 250 acres, more than 100 hectares, as of Wednesday afternoon, and one person was injured, officials said. A plume of smoke rose above one community not far from where 2016 wildfires ravaged the tourism town of Gatlinburg, killing 14 people and damaging or destroying about 2,500 buildings. Wagster Pettis reported from Jackson, Mississippi, and Bleed from Little Rock, Arkansas. Associated Press journalists Jay Reeves in Noonan, Georgia, Rebecca Santana in New Orleans, Andrew DeMillo in Little Rock, Arkansas, Adrian Sines in Memphis, Tennessee, Marjorie Beck in Omaha, Nebraska, Jonathan Mattis in Nashville, Tennessee, and Terry Wallace in Dallas contributed to this report.